Namaste, good vibers. So what is good and how are you doing? Today on this video, your girl Esther Joy is coming at you with another video. She is really excited because, as you know, we love to talk about on this channel, love, light, joy, and peace. And today, my friend, we are going to be talking about the blessed full moon in Sagittarius. That is tomorrow, June 5th. Yes, so 2020. This is an exciting time. I'm filming this on June 4th, 2020, and I just finished meditating and just doing some energy readings for the full moon and what, the collective should know, what we should know about the energies, how this is going to help us, and what we can do to prepare. I do want to start off by saying that full moons are always a time where we see our manifestations come to a physical fruition. So there will be some kind of results that we can experience. So for this full moon today, when I meditated on it, I got the word clear. And clear really reminds me to bring clarity to what I'm wanting to manifest. I got a clear message that this full moon and in general is going to show us how open we are, how open you can be, and how open you are, you will accept this love. And giving more of that openness, giving less resistance, less expectations, just more I don't want to say giving up, that's not the right word, but more of a release or a letting down your guard when it comes to just life in general, and allowing the divine to work through you and with that. So a few things I really wanted to look at is I'm gonna name 5 things that I really do want you to know about this full moon in Sagittarius. So number 1 is that there's going to be a lot of playfulness. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and I don't know if you know any Sagittariuses. I'm a Sag rising. I find them to be somewhat of a clown. They can make a good joke. And if it's not good to anyone else, they'll laugh at it. So there is an essence of playfulness with your inner child that is awakened at this time. And with a Sagittarius being a fire sign, they have a certain sense of passion in them with what they're doing, and now is a great time to use that passion to help generate more abundance for you, create multiple streams of income for some, whatever fuels your desires. Our passions are what fuel our desires. So with this Sagittarius being in the fire sign, we need to tap into really, what did you like doing as a child, and if you still like doing it now, if you're good at it, if you think that it can help other people, then see if you can, make another stream of revenue. Of course, not everything is about the coin, but we do have the Ace of Pentacles being the back of deck energy, so this is a really great time for that abundant in wealth and prosperity manifestation. And this full moon, again, is prompting us to realize that it is giving us everything as much as we are willing to accept. So realize that sometimes, as much as we hate to admit it, we have blockages around our abundance, and we need to acknowledge these blockages in order to accept them and overcome them and transmute them. So we want to use our blockages during this time to help us clarify on what we want to, what our passions are about, what we're focusing on, what we want to, commit to, what's important to us. So we want to use those blockages to help us. So number 1, and I know I haven't really been numbering them off, so I'm just going to recap. We're at 3 right now. Be playful with your inner child. Number 2, your passion and that fire is what fuels you is really going to be ignited during this time. And number 3, use those blockages that you are going to burn, use that fuel to help clarify what it is you want and focus on what is important, okay? Number 4 is to prioritize, okay, people? You need to prioritize people, places, things, and most importantly, self-care. Make sure that you're prioritizing for yourself above all else. Sagittarius signs are easily susceptible to getting burnt out. No pun intended on their fire sign. But with that being said, make sure you're prioritizing time and space for yourself during this time, okay? You want to make sure that you can prioritize so you don't get burnt out. And number 5 is a technique to release expectations. You want to release expectations, people's expectations, and even your own expectations of self during this time. The reason why is because you will see that your passions are going to really help fuel you in the correct, divine way. So you want to use this time to release any expectations, knowing that they're just another form of a blockage, pretty much. For this, we're going to do a Ho'oponopono technique, and it's very, very simple, very, very easy. Before I go over it, I'm just going to relist the 5 things that you should know about this Sagittarius full moon on June 5th, 2020. 1 is be playful with your inner child. 2 is your passions are what are fueling your desires. Step into that fire. 4 is you need to use your blockages to help fuel you to focus and clarify on what's really important to you. Number 4 is to prioritize. Prioritize people, places, things, and most importantly, self-care. And number 5 is to drop all expectations. We're going to use Ho'oponopono now technique. If you want to look back at those 5 tips and things that you should know, and maybe even type them down in the comments down below so that you can help someone else who watches this video just to reinstill that. But yes, I really want to hop into the next part of this video, which is the Ho'oponopono technique. And now this is the technique that I'm going to be using this full moon to just help clear those blockages and really amplify the power of this full moon to help me focus and clarify on what I am doing with my passions and what I desire to create in this world. So Ho'oponopono, really beautiful. It comes from Hawaii, and it is a healing technique where you say, I am sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I am sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I am sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Now, these 4 short phrases are so powerful when combined. They create you can almost say like an opening for there's no more expectations, as you have just apologized for the expectations you had, and that allows for a clean cut almost of whatever you expected. But more importantly, it gives yourself the space and just the love and acceptance that everything really is divine. You pretty much it's all a trust game in the end. So are we apologizing for not seeing the divine, the divinity within that thing that we thought was so stubbornly could not be moved? By apologizing, we see how flexible it is. This term really helps amplify neuroplasticity and tap into our inner child. So yes, with that being said, Ho'oponopono by itself is so powerful and something that you can do all the time. For this full moon, I have my piece of parchment paper, and I love using parchment paper. I just really love the feel of it. But any paper, of course, works beautifully. You are going to write down just a list of things in your life that whatever you feel intuitively guided to, just give yourself 10 minutes. And that should be more than enough time to write down everything that you feel has blocked your abundance, whether it be a person, place, or thing, or yourself. You want to be brutally honest with yourself here. And keep in mind the Ho'oponopono. I do have a video of a Ho'oponopono. If you want to listen to that in the background while you do this, I will try to attach this to the end of this video. But it is just really important to get into that that vibration, that heart space where you are allowing yourself to really see these blockages for what they are, call them out, to allow them to be accepted and transmuted and healed. And I'm so excited to do this, just to, see what comes up to me as I write. I really do enjoy the process. After I'm done writing down everything that comes up, I can write on the back, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you," just as one last final Ho'oponopono prayer. And then I can go somewhere well ventilated and safe, and I will allow this to reunite with the flames. And this is great just because Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's going to be a great use of the elements. Yes, so that is what this full moon ritual for Sagittarius looks like. I'm so excited to hear from you guys. See if you do this, then definitely tag me on Instagram, put it on your stories. I'd love to know. I generally like to do a light language live on my Instagram stories during full and new moons. So if you are interested on that, awesome. Follow my Instagram. Make sure you are keeping tabs over there. But yes, I'm so thankful to be able to, connect to you guys this way, and I'm sending so much love. I am so thankful for you. Have an amazing day. Bye.